Good evening, currency kings and queens. I'm coming to you with another Forex analysis for the week. Let's see what we have on the charts. I have here for Monday, February the 5th of 2024. We will have primarily yellow folder news for tomorrow, Monday. The market opened this evening. It is Sunday evening. I do have some red folder news on the USD at 10 a.m. showing. But for most of the New York Stock Exchange will have yellow folders. So nothing significant until around 10 p.m. that night going into Tuesday. So let's get into the charts. Okay, we have the charts open up for Monday, and see what we have here. The first pair I want to go over, let's start with GJ. We're on the daily time frame here. As you can see, there was an uptrend and a bit of retracement on the daily time frame. If you can see, we have a demand zone with the uptrend that it was in on the daily. We had this area tap into the demand zone and currently continuing up. What we're looking for is there's a resistance area here on the daily time frame. We can probably take it all the way up to here. But I actually like to see all of the candles, the line touching the wick of all the candles that have went to that area of interest. What we're looking for is to see it break above this area of resistance to continue up. Sorry, y'all. It's kind of late for me and I got to be up for something in the morning. So what we're going to watch and see is if it breaks above this area. But while we're in that zone and trading and looking to trade on the 4-hour time frame, with our entries being on the 1 hour and the 30-minute, what we will do is continue looking for buys. So when we're looking for buys, we're going to draw up the demand zones for those areas on whatever time frame we're on. As you can see, the time frame here was from the previous daily time frame. So since we know that area was tapped into, we can remove it, drop down on the lower time frame. I don't like the way this wick here is looking. So what I want to do is see if it will, and if you will, you can still draw the zone here, but it's just such a big zone and you don't want to have that big of a zone. I just don't like it. But we're going to still maintain with our area of resistance here. And we're going to keep a sharp eye on that. Let me change it yellow so that we can see that. And I'll change this to green. So we can see that that area still has a level of resistance that it needs to break through. It is not tapped into that demand zone, but if we look on the lower time frame, there is a support level here that I'm closely watching along with this moving average. So it has a lot of things in order for me to feel confident getting into a trade to buy for GJ. Right now with GJ, I'll just keep continuing to watch and see how it reacts around our 200 moving average and see if it continues to fill these areas of imbalance and tap into that demand zone to continue up. So that's my analysis on GJ. Moving along to EU on the daily time frame. And my computer is not as fast as my brain is tonight. Go figure. Usually it's the other way around. So what I want to do is, okay, so we have EU here. Currently with EU on the daily time frame, we were going down. So it is in a current downtrend. It has not respected this 200 EMA. It is actually broken below that. What we would look for is for it to break and go back up to retest and continue down. But we have some important levels on EU, which is a support level here. And I would say a strong support level here. But when we drop down to those levels, being that they will be a good little ways down, We're still breaking below the moving average. So what I would look for is the trend to come back up, retrace to this area. And remember, when we are selling, we're looking for supply zones if you're a supply and demand trader. So that's what I would be looking for, is for it to come, continue to respect this 200 moving average, feel this imbalance here, tap into the supply zone, continue down to break these lower lows or previous lows. So that's what I have for EU. My entry would be on the 1 hour or the 30-minute. So we have this huge area that needs to be filled. Not necessarily meaning that it'll fill it at this moment, but at some point in time, it has to balance the it has to fill that imbalance. Sorry, y'all. So moving along from EU to UJ. So UJ on the daily time frame, I had it in an uptrend. It went down, had a strong move down, retraced back up, and it's starting to come up to this area. But as we know, we have this resistance here, and we want to pay attention to that and not ignore it. As you can see, it's quickly approaching that area. But with the news not being anything of substance on tomorrow, we're going to continue to look at the news throughout the week to see if any kind of volume could push that up and continue up. Right now, it is in an uptrend because we're going to look at the most recent or the current trend that it's in. If I drop down to the 4 hour time frame, we still have this area that has strong resistance. I saw that it went and had like a hammer. It's an inverted hammer there that it rejected at. And then currently the candlestick that has about 2 hours left on it is trying to, let's go down a little lower to see. It could possibly continue up. UJ is probably a good option if you're looking to get some pips. I have a demand zone here. It is respecting the moving average, like we like to see. If I throw a fib on it, y'all, we haven't done this in a while. So if I put my fib on it, it could go to this area, retrace, and I look for it to go back to this golden zone area, which means that it's filling these areas here in a golden zone kind of way. And then I take my fib off. So I'm looking for it to fill this area, which would also take care of most of that imbalance. And it is at a support level, which makes that even stronger. So if it comes down to this retracing this area, which I call the golden zone, and continue up and break above this resistance, I'll continue to look for buys. So I'm strong with buys on UJ. It's just really positioning itself to for buys. It doesn't necessarily have to go deep into the trend. It could actually just tap and stay above that support area as long as it continues up. So we'll continue watching that and look for entries, and allow the market to balance itself out for tomorrow. So overnight, I hope y'all get some good rest. I hope you wake up with a clear head in the morning to trade, and I hope you have a wonderful trading week. That's all I have for you. Until next time, thanks for watching.